For episode 2 of the GAC Alumni Spotlight brought to you by GEICO, we take a trip back with former East Central guard Shaq Burrell, who joins us now. Shaq, thanks for taking the time here.
No problem. Thank you.
Shaq, like I say, with it being Alumni Spotlight, just take us back to your time at East Central, how you found that place. I know you were part of the first year under Coach Havens there, and what was it the selling point that brought you to Ada?
The starting point was actually I started off from junior college in Ranger Junior College, then got recruited to come to Ada to play under Jay Havens, and it was some of the best 2 years of my college experience. He had a lot of freedom, a lot of teaching. He was a great coach, and I was happy to play for him.
And certainly Coach Havens has built quite a program there. Making NCAA appearances there. What was the vision he sold you on? Because when he got there, certainly there was much work to be done to get the program to its current status.
Oh yes, the effort that he put in was next play attitude, which is you can always never take a play off, which is just keep playing your hardest, always give it your best. And from that point on, we was able to put the foundation down, and from then on, it's just been the running program.
And you said you finished up there in 2014. How much have you kept up with the program after graduating?
I've been keeping up ever since I left. I always see him on Instagram, and then I also was in touch after I left. I took a visit down there the first year that I left, and I liked everything I saw. Loved the attitude of the players, and I've been keeping up ever since.
And Shaq, you've been able to continue your basketball career with quite a unique team there, joining the Washington Generals, the notorious opponent for the Harlem Globetrotters. How'd that contract start, and how long have you been doing it?
I actually got called in right after college to come do a workout in Houston, which is where I live. And from ever since then, I went in and killed the workout, then got a call back from the Generals, and I've been playing ever since, 4 years going now.
And what's that like? I mean, it must be, I'm sure the schedule is hectic, but you get to go to some great places. Just take us through the typical calendar for a member of the Generals.
Well, yeah, it's a hectic schedule. Let's just say in 3 years I went to 26 countries, and I've been to all 50 states already.
And are you able to enjoy the time there, or are your stays long, or is the team, in one night, play a game, and on the next city?
The schedule is kind of crazy. Some days we're in for a while, some days we're not, but we're always on the go. It's always fun.
And just what are those crowds like? Because everybody, that's a basketball fan knows the Globetrotters, knows the Generals. And it's very, family friendly, kid friendly. Just what do you take from those arenas and those venues?
I always take, always smiling, and always a lot of people that just want to see basketball being played.
And just take us through how the motions of a game. Obviously the Globetrotters seemingly always find a way to win, but just what's that like preparing, for those games? Obviously, then they bring out their skits and their routines.
You never know what's going to happen in the game, honestly, and you just go out and you got to just play. You never know what's going to be up somebody's sleeves, and you just got to play.
And as part of the travels, what's one of the places that you couldn't have ever imagined playing, and you found yourself, in this city or this country or what?
I have to say maybe Dubai was the most interesting place I've been to. I would have never thought in a million years I'd end up there.
And again, how much do they know the game, and how much not necessarily teaching has to go on, but how receptive are they to the basketball there?
Basketball is the highest point there. That's the main topic of anywhere. If you can't play, you just can't play. You're not going to play.
And then coming back here to the States, how often or how have you been in Oklahoma and during that? I guess you stayed with all 50 states, but how close have you been getting to Ada to where you're able to some of your old coaches and teammates able to catch you play?
Well, I've actually been to Southwestern. I had a game in Southwestern. That's probably the closest I've been to.
Yeah. And Shaq, just as part of this alumni spotlight, we wanted to get back thinking to your time in the GAC with a few just rapid fire questions there. What was the toughest venue in the GAC that you had to play in?
Arkansas Tech.
Just because of the level of the opponent, or the gym, or what made Arkansas Tech so tough?
The opponent.
They were pretty good your first couple of years there. Specific one, a road trip where that always sticks out in your memory, whether it was because of a disaster or just a funny story that came out of one, or what's your best road trip memory?
Best road trip was maybe the Arkadelphia road trip when you play Hudson, and that always gets you because there's like a couple of games that you just gotta go back to back, and it's always so cold up there. Coming from Houston, I'm not used to the snow and everything, so everything the road trip itself was just hard at first. I got to get used to the snow, and it was just the weather for me.
And then how about the toughest player you had to guard?
The toughest player, maybe I forgot his name, but he was from Wachita.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh boy, would have been looking back to that era. No.
But it was a lot of tough players when I was there.
Was it Micah Delph?
I think it was Michael Delph.
I think that was around that era.
But the GAC definitely had a lot of tough players.
Yeah,
we had a lot of tough players.
And then, what's the when you first think of your best moment during your time in the GAC? What game comes to mind?
Beating Southeastern at home.
They make a big point of making that rivalry important when you play down there.
That rivalry is always big when we play. We try to black out the arena and everything. I never forget those moments.
And Jack, just a few more minutes here with you. If you were to build a team of guys you played with at East Central, who would you put together? Maybe they could go take on the Globetrotters.
Chris Fisher, Braxton Reeves, which was he was actually hurt the year that I was there. But
well, we'll give you a healthy one. I like your odds if you get a healthy Braxton Reeves.
Oh yeah, I love those odds. Kobe Carr. Who else would I take? It's just tough.
Who'd you have? You're pretty guard heavy. Who'd you have down? Who'd be your big guy?
I said Henry.
Oh, Henry. Yeah, sure. I missed Henry and when you mentioned there. No, he was definitely a load.
Yeah.
So Shaq, and from what you've seen, when you played in the league with, then we're gonna follow him up there. Actually put on an analyst hat here. What do you think of the prospects of the GAC as it moves forward?
I actually been following the GAC. I love it because I love it so much, and I've been hoping that somebody comes out and get that national championship.
We would all like that very much too. Well, Shaq, we've certainly appreciated you taking time here to look back at your time there at East Central, and we'll continue to watch you there with the Generals. Hopefully, when the schedule comes out, you'll be through Arkansas or Oklahoma, and and you'll be near where the fans can come out and see you guys play. And if the schedule allows it, you can get up to Bartlesville and check out the conference tournament there sometime soon. But we appreciate you coming and joining us here, and thanks for the time.
Thank you so much. Anytime.
Appreciate it, Shaq.